Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Denver Broncos. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Camper. Ready.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. They're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, you can't do it better than that.
First down, Los Angeles.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Again, it's Hampton. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
5-9. Black 80, black.
Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Set.
On 4th down, here's Herbert. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Go.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. Minute 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal.
They're going to try and throw it here. Sends this to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over.
Ground. Hey, easy. We're going orange. Let's go. Set.
1st and 10, Herbert. Brought in right side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Go.
Herbert on 1st down. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
I'll tell you what that deflection right there, Kate, tells me. That defense was following and reading the quarterback's eyes. Knew exactly where that throw was going. And it takes a little bit of intuition, a little bit of feel. He's able to get his hands on it and knock it out of bounds.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 16
1st and 10 from the 32.
And the Chargers 1st down. A gain of 16 yards.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's incomplete left side. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up 2nd down.
Set. Black 80.
Back to the air, Herbert. Gets him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
So now here's 3rd and 5.
Set.
Quick pass right side, complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Chargers.
From the red zone on 1st. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Go.
Herbert to throw once more. Has him on the quick hitter. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs.
Set.
Oh, I love this. Giving it to the big guy on 3rd and short. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
Dicker connects there. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd and 3 now. make it an even 10 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Let's go. 19, 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. He's trying to push the field. This is caught inside the 15. You don't get too many plays of that size in a game, and that flag takes away one of them.
Ready.
Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now first and 20.
Here we go. 19.
Throwing from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get 6 more on their early advantage. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin off a pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball, he gets the touch, and he can do his damage. Big time.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. To the line on first and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Herbert back to throw. That one's complete, right side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 24 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Go.
Here's Herbert, first and 10. Quick slant, here's McConkey. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
It's Hampton on second. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. You've got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Complete to Diggs out left. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Throwing now, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop in. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. The scoreboard reads 14-3. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They'll need a big play to continue a nice drive. It's third and very long. Complete beyond the marker. Touchdown. touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a one-score game in the first half. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with. I think of the receivers, they got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, they'll look for him.
Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. The tackle is made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Tag. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Pass play on 1st and 10. They're finding his back, Nixon. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Still has some space inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
70 Lions. Go.
To throw here on 1st down. Falls incomplete, but our attention's still behind the line. He got cleaned after that throw and drew the instant flag. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. They pitch it out to him here. And it's close, but he's not going to score. Out of bounds right at the goal line, Brock. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Trying to throw this from the gun. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos now lead by 10. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos drive their lead to 11. The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. So that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Throwing the out route complete. Hits the 20. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Chargers make it a one-score game in the first half. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. On that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Jaden Reed to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Working now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now air it out on third. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Darius Davis returning for the Chargers. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Chargers getting set. First and 10.
Set.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger.
Second and 10, Herbert trying again. Finds him on the crossing route. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So first down from the 41.
Lion. Step.
Running it with Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL. But it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Let's go.
Herbert with a blitz coming. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now it's gonna be third and long.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll throw, third and long. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Terrion Arnold has it. And the Broncos get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know, Kate, so often they say that defense is just reactionary. They're just reacting to what the offense is doing. But I'll tell you what, when you got a defensive call like that, the right personnel, nickel coverage, the right defensive plan, it plays such a huge role in helping take the ball away.
On first down, they'll run. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of 2.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Second down pass play coming. It finds Komet downfield. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go. Don't go 60 bison, 60 bison.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to be first down, Denver. Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. Broncos on top here at Mile High. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Let's go now.
This is Reed working the right side. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their lead just before halftime. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He still put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Now an inside give to Hampton. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
It's at 31-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
On third down, Herbert. That's caught for the first. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
Chargers first down.
Hampton gets the handoff. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. He finds Diggs right side. And it looks like he's going to be marked just a little shy of that first down. Ball at the 41, third and short. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down, 1 yard to go. the gun. Here's Hampton. He's got the first down before they can make the tackle. So let's see what this penalty flag is all about. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. The penalty makes this a 3rd and 6.
Home troops right. Line.
To the air on 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, it brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. 3rd down stop. They were walking off the field, but that offense, Brock, that offense didn't move. They saw roughing the passer, and they are ready to continue this drive. Never a good time to rough the passer, Brock, but 3rd down, that hurts even more. Gives them the first. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Cameron Dicker after the Chargers now to attempt this field goal. His first kick was good. This second look from 35 yards away. Dicker connects there. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Throw right side, complete to stop this drive. And he's going to be a yard shy of the first as they force him out after the gain of 9.
As quarterback, when you have an outright versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Ready, go!
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, okay, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has his man, it's Mixon. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun on 3rd down. That one's nabbed by Komet. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. There's a dive up the middle. He loses the football. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's a premium on every down.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Head to 6, head to Mustang 19.
They look to throw. Completed to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Rhythm. You hear me talking about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Shotgun now on third down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. It's a pickup of 4 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
10 at the 17-yard line.
Running this one left. Has some room to work. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns. And that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
The kicking unit on now for the Broncos, and they're ready to send it away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. The play fake. Now Herbert to throw. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner. And throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to Hampton. No repeat success of that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
Okay, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Throw here, 3rd down. Knocked away and hits the ground, incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And the downhill charge gets there and touches this one right at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Second down, looking for options. This one falls incomplete. With that time, Jaden Reed. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's going to be 1st down Denver.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Cougar 19.
They pitch it to him. Has some daylight through the 40. Ooh, and he is cracked at the tail end of that play. Good hit, but it's a little love for it to have come early as he gets forward a bunch and gets him the 1st down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Kate, you certainly love to see the yards on that pitch play, the success in the execution of it, but keep that one in mind because what that can do is set up the rest of the playbook. Play action off of that. Gets a defense running sideline to sideline to wear him out. That's a play that can pay big dividends down the road.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left. It's a Denver touchdown. The Broncos lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket, but sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, counter.
Herbert from the gun. Connects on the crosser. And we'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Herbert back to throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Roughing the passer on that last play, and that's always going to lead to an automatic 1st down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect with Ladd McConkey. So that brings up 2nd down. It's Herbert once more. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves a touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
As that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books from this one. It's the Chargers who have it to start the fourth quarter, but this game seems pretty far out of reach for them. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
Delta's up. Hey, go line. Grab right. Set.
Desperation time here. Into the hands of Harris on the slant. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. So they keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on fourth down. They'll come up on 1st and 10.
18 on the play. First down, Chargers.
Hampton now up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Herbert to throw. And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9 now, 9 is what they need on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has it down close! And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
One touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Half to 60. Ready.
Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. Again, he's got room. All the way, touchdown, Denver. The Broncos have likely locked up the win right there. 3 touchdown catches in one game is rare air, Brock. Safe to say most guys who retire can name every time they did that here in the NFL.
Yeah, I hope he remembers it, but also remember this. Receivers, they're a dependent position. They're dependent on the guys doing their job up front. They're dependent on the quarterback putting it on the spot. And usually, when you reach a milestone like this, you'd love to share it with everybody else. And my guess, especially if they could find a way to win this one, is this receiver will celebrate it with all of his guys.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And that one's complete. Amari on Hampton. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Looking quickly here. Herbert. Hits him downfield. This is Harris. He's going to bring this down to their 35. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. All set to go now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
12, remaining. Go.
Herbert now off the play fake. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey, so it'll be second down.
Hey, I get it. If any of their pass catchers have what it takes to beat double coverage, it's him. The kids would say, he's him. That defense knew it's why they doubled him and knocked it away.
That's him on a quick hitter. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. On the carry, it's Hampton. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
It's a gain of 11. The Chargers, first down.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now we've got to regroup for second down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. This one's caught. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
At the 39-yard line.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. This is Reed working the right side. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
They'll pitch it to Mixon. On the move, past the 40. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
Sometimes that guy in the backfield, Kate, he can just sense it, sees it when a play's going to hit. And that time he knew it well before he received the pitch. That's an occasion where things broke right for him, and it led to a big hitter.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, then no.
He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They give it to him again. 1 yard on the play, and now they've got 4th down and 6.
A gain of only a yard.
Here's Jake Moody for the field goal.
Jake Moody
Definitely not an automatic here. This 41 yards away. Moody knocks it through. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one, okay? His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it down to the 33. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play as well as a new set of downs. Goes to the hurry up here.
First down, Chargers.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
To throw, Herbert. Complete to Diggs out left. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
All set now. 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He's got Hampton underneath. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions.
Los Angeles.
All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
Blown back, it's the handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain. And right away we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Ready? 72 more.
Another carry for it. Now that's not what the offense started with. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Back to the well again. Wow, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. They'll bring out the punter here. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. No timeouts and down 2 scores. They've got to find points quickly here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
A loss of 7 yards. It's 2nd down.
Throwing now, Herbert. He finds Diggs right side. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
And the Chargers, 1st down.
And they get up there and clock the ball. A little over 50 seconds now remaining. We're approaching 50 seconds to play. It's 2nd and 10. Running it with Hampton. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down. Chargers hurrying to the line as the seconds tick away.
It's 3rd and 10.
Looking to throw it. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Hey, go Lion.
Running back sent in motion. Throwing on first is Herbert. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
2nd and 10, still at the 28.
Set. 380. Clear out. 380. Clear out.
Back to the air, Herbert. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
A 45-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And it pulls him back within 1 score here in the 4th.
So they take the field goal right there, Kate. That's the right play. I think you've got to make that decision, especially with no timeouts left. But now comes the critical kick. I think an onside kick is coming right here.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
And the kick is recovered by that Broncos hands team. Well done by them. And that should put the finishing touch on this victory. No timeouts remaining here, partners, and they can just run out this clock. Design quarterback run here. So it's a win for the Broncos. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.